Welcome back to the SMT YouTube channel. Just a reminder that this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys what to do in the market. If you own shares, if you trade, this ain't that kind of video. I just want to take a look at what's happening to the T-Mobile stock. All right, this has been a high-flying stock for years. If you think back to what it was under John Legere back in the 2010s and how it made an incredible ascension right through over the last several years. And then they got the T-Mobile and Sprint merger and the stock price exploded and it just kept on moving up. So if I look here, we'll just look at kind of the trend, right? Here it is back in 2007 before John Legere. T-Mobile was trading at like the $57 range. And things got ugly, almost becoming like a $10 stock back in 2010, 2009, 2010. And then Legere comes in and does all types of crazy stuff and like creates some buzz and some noise, and the stock really moves up. And then it does so basically over the course of the decade. By the end of 2019, the stock was approaching $70. So clearly tons of momentum. And then in 2020, you get the merger approval. This stock goes up, I mean, well over $100. By 2022, it's over 125. 2021 2021 it's 125. A year later, you know, it's 150, and I mean it's been soaring. This is an uptrend that if you've held shares, you have enjoyed incredible growth, you know, all time 252%. Now it's currently trading at just around the $200 mark, and I want to show you guys something. In the last 5 years, you've enjoyed 63% growth, which is fantastic, right? Over the course of the last year, it is down 13%. The question is why is the stock moving like this? What has T-Mobile done differently? What internally from the financials has gotten worse? Well, some things to think about. Number one, is the growth sustainable? Well, if the investor is not buying shares, right, there could be fear about growth. The other thing is they could be extending themselves with their debt. I've seen people make statements in my videos saying that Verizon and AT&T have much more debt. Well, what does that have to do with anything? The T-Mobile company has debt. They've purchased spectrum over the last several years. They're paying dividends now. By the way, the dividend has increased tremendously as well. But their PE ratio has really come down, the price to earnings. And their dividend yield is now approaching 2%. The stock is very different now than it was even just in the last year. We're talking about a time where I think they traded in the 270-ish area, if I remember correctly. And that's as recent as earlier this year in the spring. And it's been trending down. So year to date, it's down, I think, 8.5%. In the last 6 months, it's down 20%. So, you know, this could be a situation where it's just a temporary downturn. But I mean, there's something to be said about the fact that this stock was just overpriced and they were never going to be able to produce what the stock value was showing. I mean, just in the last month, it's down 11%. So while the market has been thriving, telco hasn't really done well, but T-Mobile's not immune to that. You know, there was a time where T-Mobile stock used to fly high even in the face of adversity. And that's just not happening like we used to see. So I'm not, again, not financial advice. I'm just bringing to your attention, there's a version of this where T-Mobile stock falls below $200 for the first time in a long time. I mean, hell, when was it last under $200? Not in the last year. Yeah, not even. Let's see when we could find out when it was under 200. Yeah, we got to go back. We got to go back to August of 2024. So a year and a half ago. Strange to see this. It's unusual. I'm not used to seeing T-Mobile moving backwards. And again, I don't know if it's, you know, fears of the growth not being there anymore, profitability maybe being over exaggerated, maybe it's owners' economics, and maybe the momentum is finally slowing. I don't know. But 52-week low, it's resting right around there. And that probably doesn't feel good if you're a T-Mobile investor, but probably more so. You got a new CEO, new leadership. We'll see if things change in the near-term future for T-Mobile. But you know, things not exactly great at Verizon either. Their stock is down. AT&T is down recently as well. So, you know, I don't know if there's anything worth celebrating in telco, but just atypical to see T-Mobile moving like this. But drop me some comments. What do you think the fears and concerns are for investors and how they're looking at T-Mobile now as compared to just a couple of years ago? Drop me some comments. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some more videos. We'll see you guys soon on the next one.